Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 21st episode of Shokugeki no Soma, or Food Wars. So, in the last episode, the autumn selection has finally got rolling. We've begun the preliminary round, which I believe is the whole make a curry dish thing. Got to see everyone doing their own thing. Nobody's actually finished their dish yet, I don't believe. We just seen like the fragrance going throughout the room and some people being impressed with some of the students and maybe not so much some of the others, like poor Megumi. Nobody seems to think much of her at all, do they? But let's see what everybody ends up making and see how Soma ends up wowing everybody. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh right, yeah, he's unconscious. Apparently this competition is so beneath him, not worth staying awake for. Is that gonna wake him up? Or is it just him in like a Zen mode, I guess? I don't know. I think he's impressed though. Hayama, that is. Apples and bananas, you say? I'm glad you noticed. As expected of Hayama. Of course there is. This is Soma we're talking about. Probably the sleeping. Okay, that would explain the sleeping. He's got something alright. And opening? Yes. So yeah, apparently the sleeping was a result of just staying up all night to read on the recipe, which now that I think about it, I think I may remember that. So Hayama seems impressed so far. It's a good sign. I want to see people taste test Nao's cooking. This really is a great opening. And the crowd goes wild. At least it kind of sounded like applause to me. I don't know. And why don't you go do something about it instead of whining? Yeah, you beat them up. uh, but just those two, nobody else. You were in her way. But you totally got in her way. Yeah, sure, what? He's skilled with his weapon. Can't deny that. It's gonna take some getting used to. Oh, I will. I will. Come on, Megumi. Don't let appearances deceive you. Is this, being adorable? What are you doing? Not very appetizing looking, in my opinion, but, traditional, yeah. I'll admit I was not expecting something like this from Megumi. But, do your best. Yes, you know, when he's awake. You won't know until you try. Everybody in the crowd is cheering you on. Everybody that matters, I should say. Souma, can you come over here and slap me real quick to get me into the zone? Are you ready now? uh, 9 years ago. But my back is just isn't good for it anymore. Making me, don't worry, I can do it. So now we can see why she chose to do that. Don't need to be rude, there's a child. How could you say no to that? Do you not have a soul? There we go. That's a line. Fair enough. Still cut back on the line a little bit. I'm not gonna give up. Haven't you ever watched any shonen anime? You should never give up. Snow. That's all culminated to this moment. Let's see how she does. You impressed now, lady? I think she was the one that said she wasn't really impressed by Megumi. Or whatever she said in the last episode. I think it was her. It's either her or her sister. I told you I could do it. Nobody had faith in me. I think even feminist Chan over there is impressed. Yeah, they had faith in her the whole time. Well, yeah. They need some love as well. Megumi gets a lot more love in the series than they do. Yeah, didn't she like have to try the test multiple times to get in though? Megumi, that is. What are you doing, Alice? Well, that was brief. You know, it's kind of probably going to be one or two guys who are like, what, I'm only halfway through. Oh god. I saw Nao back there staring daggers at... I still don't remember her name, but you know what I'm talking about. Hisako, yeah, that's it. uh, you really scare me. But I don't think the end result of that would be Erina loving you anymore, to be honest, but I guess you don't know until you try. You go, Urara. And the stereotypically dressed idol fans. Okay. Okay, that's simple. I can remember that. Only the top 4. Huh. That's a lot more strict than I thought it'd be. Expecting at least 8. But I guess 4 is fine. That means some of the characters I like won't pass, though. Literati, what? Is SAS a real word? Well, yes, isn't that not obvious? Uh, Not bad for a Toski student. But you fail, go away. 33, yep, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I had a feeling it would be fairly low. I didn't think it'd be that low, but get wrecked. You're not even a main character. Did you think you would pass? Again, no need to be rude. Yeah, he did kind of make that obvious. Uh, so judging them as professionals, not as students, more or less. Yeah, jaded is a good word for it. Man, a 28. Oh my god. That poor guy. That means he probably got mostly zeros. Yeah, a lot harsher than I thought. Is that Nao's dish? Yeah, I'm almost sure it is. I wonder if it's possible to get a negative score. I think we're about to find out. Well, Alice is always on her toes. You think about it, if they taste her nasty dish, whoever comes immediately out after her and seem really great by comparison, so that would be an advantage to come after her. uh, uh, she's a fun character. Definitely the most dialogue she's gotten in the series. You should at least try it before you give your score. You know, like a professional would. That was a sound. Come on, just put it in your mouth. uh, Most episodes of the show make me really hungry. This is having a bit of the opposite effect. Oh. I kind of figured it'd be better than it looked. I quite like her phrasing on that. Well, smell and taste aren't necessarily... I mean, she's at this academy for a reason, you know. Which I have more respect for her now because she was very professional and actually tried it before giving a score. Rocking that mask. And she's still scary, though. I'm sure. Boiling Witch. Yeah, a lot of shows seem to worry way too much about aesthetics. Which I'm glad we have a character that's not like that at all. She's like, no, the taste is what matters. Oh. I do quite like this character, I'll admit. That is an amazing shot. We got our first over 50 score. Yeah, that's basically what I just said. She's the pickiest eater in the world, so I don't know how she'd feel. Arena's next? Well, no. She's not in the competition, what am I saying? But yeah, nice coincidence that Hisako's right after her. A Shokugeki between the two of them. Interesting. I bet. I'm being kind of guessed where this ended. You become my... I guess that would explain why she keeps her distance as a stalker. I bet it is. Oh yeah, her god type. That's a nickname for her. That's why she sticks her tongue out in the opening. I finally got that. Exactly, that's what the stalking stems from. She finds her loopholes. Yeah, you should have, but it's too late now. uh, Now I might have went up into my top 5, I'll have to think about it. Top 5 characters. Well, top 5 waifus, I should say. Souma's still probably my favorite character. Oh, do you approve? Oh no. That's kind of the opposite of what I expected, I guess. Either very good or very bad. He's hulking out. True enough. You'd sell this stuff to trainers, to bodybuilders, I mean. Uh, I see now. That her specialty was butt kissing, but Uh, yeah. uh, so pretty well thought out food. Is this gonna come off next? There we go. Okay, now it's your turn. So I think she's gonna get at least an 80. Oh, shots fired. That's just mean. But not. That's nice of her. Keeping her some of her food. The chaos. Yeah, I think she likes it. You're being purified by Hisako's cooking. Like it's like she's being exercised. Oh. Oh. She's really cute. White. Like white version. Of course you have. Uh I know she is. Okay, now I'm just being rude. 92? That's really good. Yeah, she did not let Arena down, that's for sure. She's still second, that's something. Oh wow. I think you oh my god. Uh yeah, I don't think that had the exact effect that you wanted. But she just did a 180 as far as her feelings towards Hisako. That was a pretty good episode. I mean, now got a lot of screen time, which I'm really glad for because she's a fun character. And Hisako actually had a bit of time to shine as well. Because she had like a scene all to herself that didn't really have Arena in it. Like, of course, she referenced Arena and those little flashbacks and stuff, but she was like, the scene was focused on her. And now those shots all technically have Hisako in them, the girl that she's now in love with, so. So it still fits. You know, considering they're making curry dishes for this preliminary round of the bottom selection, I'm surprised we don't actually have sexy curry. But I love how this is white. The white now is a version of it. That's great, that little change to the opening, to the ED. That's really cool. Because now it's just been cleansed. Smoking like a true sibling. I assume one will pass and one will fail. So that was the 21st episode of Food Wars. And like I said, it was a really good episode. So, we continue with everyone making their food, and it started to focus a little bit on Megumi, and like they were cheering her on in the audience, and we had the reveal that she decided to cut up like a performance cut up thing of that one giant fish thing, and we got to see a flashback to see why she chose that, because that was something that uh her family's restaurant or whatever did, and she wanted to learn to do it herself. So as a child, she studied it, and she brought that into this. So that was really cool. She was able to show off that ability to everyone that may have been looking down on her. So that was really cool. As far as actual judging, we didn't get to Megumi yet. We started off with like an unimportant character as pretty much the what's the word for it? The guy where they like completely destroy him to get the idea across about just how jaded and picky and high level the judges are. That was basically what his role was. And then we started to get to the important characters. We only got to the judging of 2 important people in this episode. The first one was Nao, the soccer girl, and her food smelled absolutely horrible, to the point where some of the judges didn't even want to try this, wanted to give her a 0 because it didn't smell good, which is stupid and very unprofessional. So I'm glad that one girl at least said, no, I gotta try this. I agreed to this job. I'm going to do it properly. And she did, and she found out that, despite the fact that it smelled horrible, did not look good either, it tasted really good, to the point where she just kept gobbling it down, and we had that visual metaphor of basically bondage of her, which was pretty good. And obviously her enjoying it encouraged the other judges to try it, and everyone seemed to like it quite a bit, to the point where she was the first one that actually got a somewhat good score, like a score above 50. And everybody was pretty impressed, although they had to ventilate the place to get that horrible smell out. But still, it was good. And I very much like her character went against a lot of the chefs' idea of cooking, because a lot of chefs, like, this is something I even knew before I got into this, a lot of top-tier chefs care a lot about aesthetics, making the food look as good as it tastes, sometimes better. Even though that really doesn't matter for the most part, to most people that does not matter. So I'm glad that we have a character that just doesn't care about that in the slightest. She's just like, no, my food's good because it tastes good. That's all that matters. I'm glad for that. And we also got a little bit on her, a little bit backstory on her and Hisako. Apparently, they had a Shokugeki a couple years ago where the stakes were, hey, if I win, you stay away from Erina. And yeah, that's how that resulted. She basically could not go near her, like a restraining order, essentially. So she had to settle for writing lots of letters and stalking her from a distance. And she was trying to remedy that with this battle. Of course, it didn't work out because Hisako once again won. She got a higher score. She had a fantastic food that got like an above 90, I think. So that bumps now down to second. Although, if nobody else beats her, then she'll obviously be in the top 4. But I don't know, she'll probably get pushed out. We have a lot of important characters left to be judged. Like, I'm pretty sure Megumi will pass. I'm sure Souma will pass, and that's at least 2 more people there. I hope Nikumi passes, but that's just because I love her so much. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly who the top 4 will be. I'm sure Souma will be, obviously. That's not really much point speculating. But anyway, yeah, so that was really cool, and apparently Hisako, which is so cool during that scene, that it seemed like Nao fell for her next, so that should be fun. I'm not sure that's exactly the result Hisako was going for, but she's got to deal with that now. And her food actually, because Nao tried her food, and it completely cleansed her, turning her into white Nao, like a pure cleansed Nao. And I really like how that was represented in the ED as well. Because with the sexy curry, it was Nao herself was obviously much prettier, much less dark, and so was the curry. The curry looked a lot closer to real curry, and not an inedible boiling witch concoction. So that's cool. I'm really glad they did that for the ED, because they didn't have to do that. So I always do appreciate little touches like that. And yes, it was a really good episode. I kind of wish they got to a little bit more judging in the episode, but I'm sure we'll finish up with the judging next episode. And hopefully Megumi and Nikumi do well. I do always want to see more of those 2 characters. But then there's also Yuki and Ryoko. I want them to pass as well, but they only said there'd be 4 slots, but I don't know. Were they all in the same bracket as them? Actually, I don't know now that I think about it, but I don't remember the brackets, but hopefully everybody important moves on for this round is what I'm getting at. So, Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.